Yeah. So you got to smile. Right?
Peaches down there. I mean, that's it.
Let's give it up for the Old Town Ailers. Even though there was some tough weather conditions to get the equipment here, Brian got it here. We're very, very happy. We're very excited this year that we're going back to our roots, which is Ronnie is in charge of tech, so that's all. It's zoo equipment, so anyway, we're going back to our roots, which is like try to keep the really unfunny comedians to a minimum. That's our goal this year. So anyway, we now have a celebrity MC. Since John Fox, the great John Fox, the late John Fox is no longer with us, we have none other than the former celebrity Andy Shaw. So Andy will be now taking care of stuff.
Andy Shaw, a legend in his own mind. Some of you may know that I spent 30 plus years in the TV news business. That earned me a very small picture compared to Mike Royko's, but you thank heavens for small favors. And at the height of ABC's power, I was telling my political stories to audiences of upwards of 1 million people. But I've got to say, nothing is a bigger honor and a greater thrill than being able to MC the talent show at the Old Town Ailers. No broadcasting moment, including inaugurations and presidential debates and election nights and primaries and caucuses, none of those can possibly match the honor of being here today. My only regret is that my late parents are not still around to see how little Andy finally made it to the big time. I have two jokes that I may or may not use, depending on, Bruce set the bar fairly high for comedy. So since it's fairly early in the show, I'll tell you the clean one first. I'll save the dirty one for after a couple more rounds. As you all probably know, those of you who know Bruce know that among his many talents is the game of golf. And I'm a latecomer to the game myself. I'm a mediocre golfer, but I love the game. But I've got to tell you a true story about a day that Bruce and I went out to Jackson Park. And we're out there waiting on the first tee, and somebody that Bruce knows comes racing in on a golf cart and stops to say hi. And Bruce says, "Well, I saw you earlier. You were out here with your wife. Where's she?" And he says, "You wouldn't believe it. We're on the 9th hole. You know, they have the little shack near the tee box, and I hit a really awful drive, and it hit the shack. The ball bounced back, hit my wife in the head, and knocked her out." And I hear this, and I'm thinking, I'm saying, that's awful. That's a terrible tragedy. The guy says to Bruce, he says, "It really was a tragedy. I took an 8 on the hole." But he goes on to say, "I made it up on the back 9, and I actually shot an 81 for the day. And so now I figure I'm coming in to call 911. Okay. All right. So that may qualify as bad humor, but I'm the MC, so I get away with it. And I have and the dirty one is a lot better, but I'll wait a while because I'm not off to a stellar start.